I spent $3,600 on gifts for my sister's engagement. Then my son asked why we didn't get an invite. Dad said, "It's just close family, no plus ones." My kid went quiet and asked, "Are we not family?" I took him to the mountains with no signal. By sunset, the group chat exploded. Police were called, and my sister was screaming. My name is Vela. I'm 34, older sister, single mom, and the family's walking to-do list. If something needs a spreadsheet, a ride, a receipt, or a could you just, it lands on my phone. I work as an office manager at a dental clinic. I know the difference between 4 kinds of impression trays and how to fix the copier when it screams and beeps. At home, it's me and my son Liam, 8, careful with his stickers and fierce about fairness. Our place has a tiny balcony, 2 folding chairs, and a basil plant that dies every other week and then forgives me. My sister Ivy is the sparkle. Mom calls her our golden girl, which is funny because she says it like a weather report. Matter of fact, and unavoidable. Dad calls me steady, which means useful, which means invisible until needed. We've had these roles so long, they feel like birthdays. We didn't choose. It was a slow Saturday. Liam was on the rug building a spaceship that didn't want wings. I was at the table, flattening a mess of receipts, trying to prove to myself I am organized. TV low, sunlight in slatted stripes. The apartment smelled like the mango shampoo Liam insists on because his teacher said it was fun. "Mom," he asked, without looking up. "Yeah." "When is Ivy's party?" "Next month. Are we going?" "Of course," I said automatically, like a vending machine spitting the same candy. He clicked a piece into place, smiled, then paused. "Did we get invited?" I was about to say, "obviously," when my phone buzzed. Dad. I hit speaker because my hands were busy being responsible. "Kiddo, about Ivy's engagement evening. It's close family only. No plus ones." "What does no plus ones mean here, Dad?" "It means what?" "It means no kids running around. It's intimate." The word intimate always sounds like a price tag in my family. On the rug, Liam stopped moving the way a bird stops when it hears glass. "So Liam's not invited," I said. "Don't take it that way," he replied. "It's adult. It's catered. There's a head count and protocol." Liam turned a wing in his hands, like it might turn into an answer. "Are we not family?" he asked small, trying to pretend he didn't care. I looked at him and felt something solid slip a notch inside me. "We're family," I said, but the words scratched on the way out. "Don't be dramatic," Dad added. "We'll talk about the gift later." He hung up. The room hummed with the fridge and the TV, and that other sound, the quiet after someone tells you what you are. Liam finally looked up at me. "So, are we invited or not?" In the normal way. I had nothing clean to give him. I put the receipts in a pile, stood, and said, "Shoes, ice cream." He hesitated, then nodded. In the hallway, our steps bounced off the walls. Outside, he chose pistachio. He always steals my chocolate. Anyway, we walked past laundromats and a florist throwing away petals. "If she doesn't want kids, is it because kids mess things up?" "No," I said. "Sometimes adults make rules that look neat on paper and forget the people those rules land on." He thought about that the way only kids do. Full face, full body. I kept thinking close family and how small those words can feel when someone else decides their size. That night, the group chat pinged like a slot machine. Ivy posted a slow-motion video in a white dress she called, "Not a wedding dress, just pre-vibes." Dad sent fire emojis. Mom sent hearts. I put my phone face down. At bedtime, Liam asked, "If we don't go, can we go somewhere with no phones?" It hit me stupidly hard. "Yes," I said. "We can." He smiled in the dark. The mango smell on his pillow made the whole promise feel more real than any RSVP ever has. This is the pattern. When Ivy turned 18, Mom booked a mariachi band and a fogging chocolate fountain. When I turned 18, I got a planner. Ivy is the celebration. I am the logistics. I used to mind. Then I learned to budget. I learned that if you plan right, you can make 3 dinners from 1 pack of ground turkey and still produce cupcakes for the school bake sale like a magician. Liam's dad left when Liam was a baby. A backpack, a note, 2 excuses. I stopped answering that chapter. Where to? We're not tragic. We're fine. Ivy met Dan, a man with a perfect watch and a smile that sells things. In 6 photos, he became fiancé. Suddenly, there were words in the chat I don't use at work like mood board, tasting, dress code, also just close family. It kept showing up like a watermark on everything. The first ask came late on a Tuesday. Ivy Marin, I need help with favors. Engraved keychains, tiny olive oils, personalized candles. You're so good at this. Sure. What's the budget, Ivy? Lol. Budgets. Just pick something pretty, I trust you. Trust means use your card and believe in reimbursement like it's Santa. I sent a voice note. Budget matters. Give me a number. She heart reacted. Translation. You'll do it anyway. Wednesday morning, Mom called as I jaywalked with a stale muffin. Your sister is drowning, she said. You know vendors. It would mean a lot if you helped. For family. What's the limit? Don't be difficult. It's once in a lifetime. I thought about rent. I thought about the field trip Liam wants. I thought about my own dentist appointment. I keep rescheduling to make room for other people's emergencies. Ivy sent me a Pinterest-flavored list. Engraved keychains, mini olive oil bottles with gold ribbon, personalized candles, little boxes, thank you cards. Polaroids set up for a memory wall, a custom neon sign, and, if possible, a faux vintage record player for vibe. I contacted suppliers, negotiated shipping, did the thing I do. After 2 days, I sent the real numbers. Me. Total for everything with engraving, shipping, rush, $3,600. I can place orders, but I'll need reimbursement before the event. Silence. Then a kiss sticker from Ivy. Then, Mom, you're an angel. We'll sort it. We'll sort it means you will bring it up and feel rude doing it. I pressed confirm on all of it. The bank app dinged 5 times in 1 hour. I sat very still. $3,600. I wrote it in my notebook because ink makes things heavy. That same week, Liam drew a mountain and a lake and a tent with a smile. Can we go here? He asked. Somewhere like it, where the signal is too shy to show up. Meanwhile, Dad went full event captain. Reminder, no plus ones. Keeping it intimate. Aunt May. No kids. Kids change the tone. This is not a picnic. Me. Liam is family. Don't make it personal. Ivy. We'll do a kid event later. Venue small. I washed dishes and a red ink receipt slid into the sink and blurred. $3,600 bled pink, then disappeared. I pulled the neon confirmation email back up and stared at the mock-up like it might confess it was a bad idea. Thursday, Mom again. Your handwriting is so elegant. Could you do the tags? What about Liam? Leave him with someone. He can't come. Don't complicate. Complicate? As if my son were a knot I tied on purpose. Saturday at Aunt May's. Someone finally said it out loud. I think it's cruel to exclude Liam, she said. Mom did her smile. It's the couple's rules, Dan chimed in. It's a head count thing. And tone. Kids shift the tone. He eats and breathes. He doesn't shift the earth. People laugh the polite way that asks you to shrink. I went home and tied ribbon until my fingers felt like rubber bands. The account balance was a low, buzzing alarm in my pocket. When Liam asked if we could get a 12.99 Stegosaurus for a classmate's party, I said yes. Then I signed for the record player 2 days later with a dying pen and felt ridiculous. The week before the party, Ivy sent a schedule. Cocktails, toast, photos with the family. Do you mean everyone in the family? I typed. She posted a boomerang instead. Mom reacted with 6 hearts. I looked at my tent receipt and thought about pine trees. I bought a small tent, 2 sleeping bags, a cheap stove. I wrote it down. Mountains! No signal. Under it, reimbursement pending. $6,600. I drew a box next to it and didn't check it. Not yet. Party day was too blue to feel real. By 7, I had the camping bin packed. Ramen packets, cocoa, marshmallows, rain jackets. The neon sign and the boxes sat by the door, their price humming in the room. At 9:03 a.m., Mom called. Please don't be late with the neon. Photographer at 1:30. He needs test shots. I won't be late, I said. And then I said the true thing. I won't be there. Silence. Then that exact voice she uses when a cashier says the coupon expired yesterday. What is wrong with you? Nothing. I'm setting a boundary. Your sister is counting on you. Family. Family doesn't exclude my kid from just family. Family reimburses what it asked me to front. Family doesn't praise me in private and erase me in public. Dad grabbed the phone. We won't tolerate blackmail, he barked. Bring what you bought. It belongs to the family. Bought by who? I laughed. My card shows 3 big charges. $3,600 total. No one has paid me. Bring the things, he said. We'll sort it. Liam was tying his shoes at the door, Whisper counting the loops. I stared at the neon box and felt calm in a way that scared me a little. I'm taking my son to the mountains. No signal. If you want to discuss money, we can do that when I'm back with a transfer open. Mom's voice sharpened. Today is Ivy's day. I know. And today is the day I teach my kid. He isn't less because he's 8. Selfish, Dad spat. I stood up straighter. Like something heavy finally slid off my shoulders. This isn't about revenge. This is about closure. I hung up. My hands trembled, then stopped. We drove. The city fell away. My phone vibrated itself into a tantrum. Calls, messages, little red badges until the bars died. I turned it off and put it in the glove box like a bug in a jar. We set up the tent by a reservoir that looked painted. Liam hammered stakes like he was building a fort the world couldn't see through. We burned the first marshmallow and declared it extra flavor. Wind in the pines. A bike bell somewhere far off. Water doing its forever thing. He likes it when nothing dings, he said. Sam. At 3, we sat on warm rocks, skipping stones and counting like the numbers mattered. I told him about little me getting forgotten on a field trip because she's responsible. She'll find us. He listened the way kids listen when they're deciding what to keep. When the light turned honey, the wind turned cold. We made ramen and clinked our steel mugs like we were at a very strange, very perfect gala. Somewhere back in town, people were looking for the neon that had never left my living room. A sheriff's SUV rolled up around dusk. The deputy leaned out. You Marin R? Yes. Family called many times. Said you weren't answering. Said you had a minor with you. We're okay. No service here. We're camping. He nodded. Could you power your phone long enough to ping them? They were, insistent. Batteries dead, I lied. You can note we're safe. He squinted at the tent, the stove, the kid inhaling noodles. Noted. Have a good night. As he pulled away, Liam whispered, Were we in trouble? People panic when they can't reach what they think they own, I said, then softened it. We're fine. We watched the sky go from gold to navy. We made up a dumb song about noodles. The stars came in like someone shook them out of a jar. I slept with a rock in my back and still woke up rested. The phone came back to life on the highway, possessed 80+ messages, 25 missed calls, 3 voice notes with the energy of a stadium. I filled the tank, bought juice, opened the family chat. It was on fire. Mom, where were you? We called the police. Ivy was crying. Dad, your behavior is unacceptable. Deliver what you bought. It belongs to the family. Ivy, you're selfish. We had to improvise. Do you care about anyone but yourself? Dan. We barely know each other, but this was disgraceful. There are agreements. Aunt May, are you and Liam safe? Do you need anything? We're safe. There was no service. Please don't call the police because I go offline with my kid. Next time, leave a message. I sampled Dad's voice note. His anger vibrated the speakers. You humiliated your sister. People asked about the neon. Your mother suffered. You are the shame. I stopped it. Then Ivy's. The police was Mom's idea. You just had to follow through. Stop making this about Liam. We said we'd do a kid thing later. It was my day. I put my forehead to the steering wheel and breathed. Liam squeezed my shoulder. Mom, you okay? I'm okay, I said. Just practicing breathing. I opened my bank app. 3 fat red charges stared back. I kept my responses simple. Do eve, private. Advanced by me. 1. Engraved keychains. 2. Candles. 3. Mini olive oil bottles. 4. Boxes and ribbon. 5. Neon deposit. 6. Record player. 7. Polaroid rental deposit. 8. Seating cards. 9. Confetti. Total $3,600. Wire by Wednesday to account XXX. Otherwise, I will retrieve, return, resell to recover. To my parents, private. Don't call the police when I choose to be offline. I was not missing. Boundary. If Liam is not welcome at Just Family, I'm not in the chat. We are fine. I won't argue here. If you need something, be specific and put it in writing. They spun up again. Dad, so you're extorting your sister? Ivy. $3,600 for candles? You're padding it to punish me? I attached photos of receipts, shipping confirmations, and a screenshot of her text. Me. Approved by you on the 12th, 10:47 a.m. Your words, love this. Receipts attached. Dan. Not sure we can trust your numbers. Me. Vendor CC'd. Confirm with accounting. Happy to issue a formal invoice. The chat went oddly quiet. 10 minutes later, Aunt May again. Lunch, rice, no drama. I went to the store with Liam instead. Bread, tomatoes, yogurt, dinosaur cookies he snuck in. At home, he built a ramp for his ship. I opened a new notebook titled Boundaries and wrote, If Liam is not welcome, I'm not. No advancing money without a contract. I won't cover silences with my labor. Choosing my kid is not selfish. That evening, Mom rang my buzzer 3 times. I didn't open. She texted, Open? Not here to fight. I didn't. She wrote, You're breaking the family. I answered, Families break when limits are ignored. At 7:11 p.m., a $1,000 wire arrived from Ivy. Note, so you know I'm good for it. I sent back, Don't pressure me. We'll see. Their line served cold. I slept unevenly. At midnight, Dan called. Let's be reasonable. How much will you forgive? I said, There's nothing to forgive. There's an amount and a deadline. Wednesday. You're tougher than you look. I'm a mother, I said. It's the job. Monday night there was an envelope in my mailbox. Sorry about Liam, we didn't think. And a $50 bill. I took a photo and sent it to the chat. I don't take tips. I take the reimbursement. Agreed. Tuesday, $600 more came in. Mom, we're doing what we can. The police were called out of concern. Me. They were called because you were angry I was offline. At Aunt May's, the kitchen smelled like comfort. She tapped my knuckles. They treat you like an ATM with legs. Change your PIN. I did, I said. Wednesday, 8:12 a.m. The remaining $2,000 hit. Memo. Marin details. Math clicked. Neat. 1,000 plus 600 plus 2,000 equals 3,600. I drew a red line. Through pending. 5 minutes later, Ivy texted. Happy? Are we good? Can we talk like sisters? Not today. Today I have a snack date with my son. You hold a grudge. Iholaline. We watched a dumb movie. Someone buzzed the intercom. I ignored it. The chat slowed from thunder to drizzle, to a kind of weather you can walk in without thinking about it. Page 2 of the notebook. New routine. Liam asked to write some mountains with no phones. Pizza on the balcony. No more weird parties. We high-fived, like we'd built a tiny constitution. On a regular Sunday, Ivy called. I answered. My chest was quiet, and I wanted to keep it that way. What do you need? I asked. I want to fix it. I messed up with Liam. I copied Dan's style. No kids, clean lines, and didn't think about you. And I use you. I use your skills like a service because you can do things, and I post things. I've done it forever. I don't like that version of me. Okay. Thank you for saying it. Can we meet? Just you, me, and Mom? Neutral place. No Dan, no lists. Fine, but my rules. Say them. 1. If I want Liam there, he comes. 2. I don't advance money without paper. 3. If I'm disrespected, I leave. No debate. Okay. All of it. And do you still have the neon in storage? If you want it, sell it and keep the money. If not, it'll light my basil. She laughed. Real this time. We met at a cheap cafe with good muffins. I brought Liam. Mom sat like her back was a ruler. Ivy had a ponytail and a notebook. That detail mattered to me. Start, Ivy said. I looked at Mom. Calling the police because I went offline is not okay. If I disappear, assume I'm on a mountain. Leave a message. I'll reply when I'm back. Mom nodded slow. I was wrong. I was embarrassed in front of people and I forgot what mattered. We'll fix it, Ivy said. But Marin's rules stand. Liam ordered a milkshake and asked Grandma, if someone says close family, am I in it? Mom didn't perform. She just answered, yes, she said. You are. We sat there with sticky sugar on the table and spoons clicking. No orchestral swell, just plain talking. Repair is boring. Boundaries are paperwork. But we did both. That night, I wrote the last page of my notebook. I won't pay with silence to belong. I won't teach my kid that just family means less. I won't carry secret jobs with a smile. This isn't revenge. It's closure. Clear lines. Doors I choose. Lights off. On the balcony, the Basil tried again to live. From his bed, Liam asked, when you're a grandma, will I be invited to everything? To everything, I said. And if I ever say just family, your name is printed in the middle. He laughed, turned over, and the room went soft. The next morning at the door, he paused. Mountains? This weekend. Yeah, I said. Bad signal, good popcorn. We went down the stairs. The world did its normal noises. The bus exhaling. A dog arguing with a pigeon. Inside me, the line held. Not a wall, not a weapon, a boundary. And the start of a better